Welcome to the May 2019 episode of CORESafety TV, brought to you directly from the National Mining Association. Understanding what other mining operations are doing in terms of safety is a great way for your operation to benefit. In fact, the more information that we share with one another about safety, the better. This month, we're introducing a new segment that we call the Center of Safety. This is the target that we're all aiming for with CORESafety, the 0-55 objective, where you have 0 fatalities and a 50% reduction in injuries over a 5-year period. Periodically, I'll have in-depth interviews in this segment with people who will share stories about how they started in mining and how they're using CORESafety to really reach that center of safety, if you will. Usibelli Coal Mine, UCM, in Healy, Alaska, is one such operation. They use CORESafety as their safety and health management system. And they were recently just recognized in April for completing 798 consecutive days without a single lost time accident, which was a new record for safety at the mine. Needless to say, quite a notable and impressive achievement. So how do they do that? Well, why don't we just ask Joe Usibelli Jr., the president and CEO of Usibelli Coal Mine. Hello, Joe. Thank you for joining us on CORESafety TV. It's a pleasure to meet you.
Oh, you're welcome.
To start with, Joe, can you please tell us a little bit about your background and how Usibelli Coal Mine got started?
My grandfather came to Alaska in the mid-30s looking for work during the Depression and worked for coal mining a couple places in Alaska and settled into the area that we live in today and work in today. He was an underground coal miner, but he also was a contractor that supplied timber to the underground coal mines that were working in the area. And then during World War II, he started his own coal mine. And that was in 1943, and we've been mining ever since that time in 1943 as a company. Last year was our 75th year of operating, and I followed my father into the coal mine and took over a leadership role. I'd worked there as a teen. I'd worked here as a teenager doing various jobs, and in college I worked in engineering supervision, and after I graduated from college I came to work at Usibelli Coal Mine on a full-time basis. I took over as president of the company in 1987, and I've been president of the company ever since then.
Now, Usibelli Coal Mine is located in Healy, Alaska, and lots of the residents there work for Usibelli. Is that correct?
Yes, that's correct. We are located in a very small community. We just have over 1,000 people that live in our community. And we have a great part of our workforce are multi-generational, in that we now have 3rd and 4th generation employees that work for us. One of their parents and their grandparents work for us. Their great-grandparents work for us. We are a family-owned company, and we impart a sense of family to our workforce that works for our company. It's just who we are. We think it's important. It makes the area here special, and it makes our company special, is what we strive for.
So can you tell us a little bit about the overall safety philosophy at UCM?
When you think about it, an employee getting hurt is one of the worst things that can happen, not only to that employee, but to the employee's family. It adversely affects their family, the employee, the company that the employee is working for, and all of their co-workers. Safety is every day, all of the time. And when we've made that commitment from my level all the way down to the workforce, it is a very powerful thing if you can get everybody on board with that. And I think that's one of the things that have led to this most recent success is not resting on your laurels, just paying attention all the time that you're at the mine site, looking out for one another, looking out for the whole of the group, looking out for situations that are in place that are a potential hazard, trying to anticipate things that could be a safety hazard is really one of the keys to attaining the record that we have. And having buy-in from all of the employees has been really important.
So, Joe, I understand that you were on the board of directors at the National Mining Association when CORESafety was being developed back in 2011. Is that why you decided to use CORESafety for the safety and health management system at UCM?
I think the thing that struck me as being of value to us is CORESafety was created looking at the best safety systems that were in other industries, as well as looking at the best safety systems that were in the mining industry. And a lot of work, a lot of contemplation, a lot of effort went into creating CORESafety. That is a new system that is tailored for the mining industry, but it also enables, it's flexible enough to allow the specific programs that each company, each mine has had in place, sometimes for years, that have been a success. CORESafety is flexible enough to allow those things to continue within the CORESafety system that we customize for our company specifically. And we utilize the outline and the resources that NMA have put together in the CORESafety system that allows us to put into place our own system that is based on CORESafety principles.
Now, UCM has been working on CORESafety's 20 modules and expects to complete them either later this year or early next year. Has that been a challenge for your operation or not?
Yes, I think it's been a challenge because this is the CORESafety system came from me initially. And I think the upper management had seen references to it, even read things about it in the NMA literature that we get from the mining magazines that mention CORESafety. But when we got first the top management to commit to it and really commit to it, it's a challenge. It's something new. It's more work for them to begin with. It takes a while for them to see the value of it. And until they see the value of it, it's not going to be implemented. It's a lot of communicating. It's a lot of contemplating of what do we want to see, what will work for our workplace. What are the things within the modules work for our workplace? How best do we encourage communication? How best do we create documents, reporting for them that works for them and works for us and fits within the principles of CORESafety? So it is a challenge, and we're working on it in a very diligent manner, and hope to see all of our modules in place and third-party, independent third-party certification of our CORESafety system within this year.
So even knowing that CORESafety can be somewhat challenging to complete, would you recommend it to other mining operations or not?
I would recommend it, yes. I think it's a great outline. It's a way of thinking about things differently. It's that added thing that can help change your culture and can help you stay at a level of safety that all of us in the industry strive for. it's a way of looking at things differently. It's a way of introducing things to your employee in an outlined manner that touches all the bases that you need to have a real safety system in place. It's a high level of commitment to achieve it, but it's definitely worth doing. It's definitely worth it. I mean, to save injury to one employee is worth it.
I couldn't agree with you more, Joe. So let me wrap up by saying congratulations to you and all the employees at Usibelli Coal Mine for achieving those 798 straight days without a single lost time accident. And also, I'd like to wish UCM all the best in completing the CORESafety modules and getting independently certified either later this year or early next year.
All right. Thank you, Nelson.
That was Joe Usibelli Jr. at Usibelli Coal Mine in Healy, Alaska. Now it's time to take a quick look at our monthly video nugget. This one features CORESafety's module number 16, Safety and Health Management Assurance. CORESafety's module number 16 focuses on safety and health management assurance. Your mining operation always needs to be in full compliance with statutory and regulatory requirements. Having an improvement cycle and applying the Plan, Do, Check, Act process can help you accomplish this. Plan, Do, Check, Act is a 4-step management method used for the continual improvement of processes. It's largely attributed to Dr. W. Edwards Deming and his mentor, Walter Schuhart. To start, we plan what is to be done regarding a problem or a challenge. The next phase is when we do something by taking action that is based on what we found in the planning phase. Then, this is followed by the check phase, where we make sure that whatever action was taken in the do phase actually delivers the desired results. Finally, we take action based on these findings to reinforce and sustain any changes that we want to put and keep in place. CORESafety's module number 16 explains more about Plan, Do, Check, Act, and will also help you to establish a procedure to assess if you're being compliant with applicable legal requirements, maintain your current information, and develop an improvement cycle that is integrated with CORESafety or another SHMS system you may be using. Okay, grab your pencil to jot down this month's Core 4 tips, all of which pertain to module number 16. Tip number 1. Put a procedure in place that determines whether you're being compliant with all legal and company requirements. Tip number 2. Keep your information up to date so you'll always be in conformance with statutory and legal regulations. Tip number 3. Develop an improvement cycle that integrates with your safety and health management system. And tip number 4. Apply the Plan, Do, Check, Act process to each regulation and assign someone to make sure the regulations are being met. All right, that's it for this episode of CORESafety TV. Be sure to follow us on social media. You'll find us on Twitter and Facebook, where we'll be sharing lots of stories, facts, and tips about mining safety. And congrats again to Joe Usibelli Jr. and all the great folks at UCM on achieving their all-time best safety record. For CORESafety TV and the National Mining Association, I'm Nelson Duffel. I'll see you here again next month. Until then, be safe out there, and thank you very much for watching.
To share one of your safety stories, videos, or photos, email us at info@coresafetytv.org.